I'm Rachel, the owner and creator here at the Eclectic Cottage in Spokane, Washington. Today is Friday, and for today's video I have kind of a half and half for you. The first half is a thrift flip, and the second half is a relatively small thrift haul. I went out on a lone junk run and managed to find some cute things that I wanted to show you. So I hope you like all of it that I put together for today, and without further ado, let's get to the video. My project for today is this little wooden stool I picked up not too terribly long ago at Goodwill. I think I paid $7.99 for it, and I really wasn't a fan of the finish that was on it. It was made to kind of look distressed, but to me it just looked speckled, and the top had some black dots in it that were kind of unattractive. And so I started by giving it a really good sand. I sanded the top all the way back down to the wood, and then the rest of it I just sanded smooth. Then I went inside and cleaned the top really well with some mineral spirits to get all the sanding dust away, and re-stained the top. I'm using a stain called Special Walnut. It's this really pretty kind of medium dark stain. Once I had a nice even coat of the stain all over the top, I let that dry, wiped it off with a shop towel just to make sure there wasn't any residue left behind, and then I grabbed out my General Finishes semi-gloss top coat. I just used a sponge applicator to apply that top coat and then let it dry. I did end up going over this with 3 coats of the top coat, letting it dry very thoroughly in between coats. And when the first coat was dry, I went ahead and began painting it. Now, my original plan for this was to paint it this beautiful color by Sweet Pickins Milk Paint called Sweet Potato. This is a gorgeous color. It's one of my favorites for fall, and I did want this to have kind of a little fall flair to it. So I ended up giving it 2 good even coats all over, which was sufficient, honestly, to cover up that turquoise. I was actually kind of surprised that 2 coats was good enough. And I did add Extra Bond to my milk paint just because I really didn't want a lot of chippiness. And then once I was all finished, I realized I did not like the color Sweet Potato with that top. I thought it kind of washed it out a little bit. So then it was back to the drawing board, and I decided to go a completely different direction with this and paint it a very neutral color. So I am painting it with DIY's Crinoline, which is this beautiful creamy white color. And again, I'm just going over the entire stool, top and bottom, with 2 coats of the Crinoline paint. Now, I still really liked my original idea of having this little stool be orange. So what I decided to do was go ahead and distress this very, very well to bring out some of that orange color from underneath the crinoline paint. So I went at it with some 150 grit sandpaper and just gave it a really good sand. Now you'll see on the front of this one leg, I did end up with a little bit of chippiness, even though that really wasn't my plan. So I ended up with 3 different colors showing through. So then I was even more determined to do more distressing to bring out some of that same turquoise color in other areas so that the one leg wouldn't look quite so out of place. So I just went around the entire thing really, really well, sanding the entire surface, and again doing quite a bit of distressing to bring out some of that orange and a little bit of that turquoise blue. I decided to go ahead and decorate the top of the stool with this gorgeous transfer set by Redesign with Prima called Seasonal Splendor. This comes with all sorts of beautiful flowers and some different fruits and things. And so I cut out all the pieces that I wanted to use and then arranged them very carefully on the top of the stool to just kind of get an idea of the layers and where everything needed to be. So with transfers, they can be layered on top of one another. The top one will cover up whatever's underneath it. So you always need to start with the bottom layer and work your way up from there. So that's just kind of what I'm doing here. And then I take my transfers, and before I actually tack them down, I rearrange them again and just tuck things in, see where I want it, and then lay those pieces down first and then go over it with my larger pieces that I want on the front. So I just took my time and piece by piece went ahead and put all of these little transfers down, just using that transfer stick and rubbing the transfer down into the top of the stool and then peeling back that piece of vellum as I go, just being very patient and careful. And if I do pull up a piece of the transfer, I just put that piece of vellum back down and re-rub that spot until everything's adhered. Now it's always a good idea to protect your transfers with a sealer, and for this I went ahead and went over them with another coat of the General Finishes semi-gloss top coat. Once that was dry, I went ahead and sealed the rest of my piece, and for that I decided to go with DIY's clear wax. Now, since I already had kind of a multicolored look going with this, with the wood tone from the very base to the turquoise color that was the original, and the orange and the white, I decided to not add any more layers to that by going over this with any colored waxes. So I am just doing the clear wax to seal this. I'm brushing that on with my soft bristle brush in a nice even coat, and then wiping back the excess with a shop towel. I know this thing kind of threw me for a loop with that chippiness in the leg, but I am glad I rolled with it. I really like how it came out, and I hope you guys do too. So here are the items that I found on my lone thrift haul or junk run on Sunday. My husband had to stay home. He had some work to do around the house, and I needed to come in here so I could water everything anyway. So I went ahead and hit a couple Goodwills on my way in, and this is what I found. So not a lot. I was really kind of trying to find things for fall and Christmas. That was my goal, but I ended up finding some other cool stuff too. So I'll just start with this. The reason I grabbed this is that it's ironstone. I thought it was really pretty anyway. I like the colors. It's probably something I will put away until more Valentine's Day spring, but definitely worth the $3.99 they were asking for it. So I grabbed this. And then pink tags were half off. This was a pink tag. It's nothing super special, but I liked the color. I thought it'd fit really well in with my fall vignettes. I could put some flowers in it for fall, so I grabbed it, and it ended up being $1, so it was totally worth the $1. This is one of the few fall things I found. I really liked it. I made sure all the beads were there. It's just a cute little candle holder. It was $2.99, so it's nothing special, but it will be another accent piece that I can add to some of my fall vignettes, so I was glad to find it. This cute little teapot, I could not pass it up. I just thought it was so adorable. I love the blue with the orange. I'm doing a lot of this color scheme for my fall vignette, so I thought this would be a perfect accent piece to go in some of them. It was $1.99, you guys, so I couldn't leave it behind. And then an Easter bunny. I mean, you know, searching for fall, who doesn't want an Easter bunny? But he is solid concrete and just really cute, and he was only $3.97. So I don't know that I'm going to paint him. I might try and clean him up as best I can so that if somebody wants to put him out in their yard, they can. But for $4, I had to have him. So there's that. And then I almost left this. I walked away and then I was thinking, oh, bird cages usually sell really well for me. Maybe not this time of year necessarily, but still it's nice to have them. So, and it was only $5. So I went back for it and brought it home. So there's that. And then, you know, an Easter wreath to go with the bunny. I thought this was super cute, and it's in actually really good shape. There's a couple of the eggs that have little cracks in them, but I might cut the 2 or 3 off that are broken and just sell it as is otherwise. And it was only $3.99, so I know I can get my money back out of this. It's just cute, so I had to have it. He goes really well with my concrete bunny. And then this fall wreath was actually a pink tag one, and it's in really good shape. I absolutely love the neutral colors in this, and the price ended up being $2.50 for it, so can't complain about that at all. It's dusty, definitely needs a bath, and I'll shoot it with some water and then put it out. And then this little thing I could not pass up. This looks to be an antique. At any rate, it's very old. If it's not antique, it's definitely vintage. It's got some old damage. I mean, it's old, and so the wood's kind of split right here a little bit. But the rockers are in good shape. Everything else is super sturdy, and I just thought it was really cute. And I'm going to put it in my booth for Vintage Market Days next year. So I'm just going to hang on to it. It'll have to go into my storage for a while, but I don't mind. I'm not going to do a darn thing to it other than wash it up and maybe give it a coat of beeswax or tung oil or something like that, and then put it in. So grab that. These I loved. I love wood pillar holders to paint. I know you've seen me do a lot of these, and these were only $1.99 a piece, so I had to have those. Not sure what color they're going to be yet, but I'm sure at some point they will get a paint job. And then this cute little tote, I only bought this because it's a perfect opportunity for some different color other than this lime green. So I will definitely paint this up, maybe make a cute little fall tote. I think it'd be super pretty with some other colors, maybe some decoupage paper on the ends or the front, we'll see. So grab that, and it was only $2.99, so had to have it. And of course, when I run across metal for the garden, if it's a decent price, I have to have it. I always sell a ton of it at Garden Expo in the spring. This is a 2-piece set I got for $12.99, so they're little nesting plant stands for the garden. So I grabbed those. And then I'm always on the lookout for decent baskets that aren't horribly broken for a good price. And they're hard to find sometimes, but I found this one. I love them too when they don't necessarily have a big handle on them. So I grabbed this one. It's in really, really good shape. And it was a pink tag, so it ended up being $3. So I grabbed that. And then last but not least, I have been working to reorganize my kitchen and get it to a point where I can hopefully have some classes in here. And so I've been going through all my things and putting everything in bins. And so I grabbed this. This is one of the cute little rolly ones, and it's nice because it actually has a roller on the bottom too. My last one, the bottom drawer broke, so, but this is a big one. It's 12 by 12, which is great. And I think I paid $12 for it. So I was happy to find it, and it will help me continue my organization process. So anyway, that's it for this portion of the video. So thank you for joining me for my little mini thrift haul. I appreciate it. Well, I think that's it from here for today, you guys. I wanted to let you know that I did get in my order from Redesign with Prima, and I've been working on getting it all uploaded and ready for the big reveal on the 25th. And if you've been following along, I have been posting little sneak peeks on my community tab on here, as well as on my Facebook and my Instagram account, just so that you can kind of get a feel for what's coming. Now, I wasn't able to buy the entire collection this go round. I am definitely hoping to go back and get some of the items that I missed, but I did really concentrate on the fall things and the Christmas things, especially for those of us who are crafting and trying to get a jump start on the seasons this year. So I hope you'll take a look when they do go live on the 25th. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate that. And if you haven't already, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel and then just hit that little notification bell so you don't miss anything. And then don't forget to drop a comment below. Let me know, what did you guys think of the little stool? And did you have a favorite item in my solo thrift haul? Let me know. Also for, let's see, Tuesday's video, I have already started on some flips for that, so it will definitely be another thrift flip. And as you probably already know, any of the paint and products you saw me use can be purchased through me at my website, and that's www.theeclecticcottagespokane.com. It's listed below in the description box as well. And I carry the full line of DIY paint products, as well as sweet Pickins milk paint, some recycled treasures decoupage papers, and some Redesign with Prima. So please go check those out. I so appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope you're staying cool. It's supposed to be 110 degrees here on Sunday, which for us is astronomically hot. We normally don't get much above like 95 degrees, and usually that's in August. So it's been a very, very warm July. If you can see, I'm kind of glowing because I have to turn off my air conditioner when I do these videos. So I am going to let you guys go. Have a great weekend, and so I can turn on my air conditioner again. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I very much appreciate it. I will see you back on Tuesday. Bye.